السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. There are some sayings of Umar radiallahu anhu regarding getting rid of batil. Batil is a term for falsehood, for evil, for wrong or wrongdoing. And he has a very well tested approach to removing it. Now, before we get into that, let's take a closer look at what batil actually looks like. Batil is anything that does not have truth to it or there is no good in it. And this includes matters of religion, so falsehoods in respect to beliefs or worships, but also refers to negative things like negative behaviors, behaviors that have no basis, actions that are unjustified, decisions that are poor. It also refers to false attributions like blaming someone falsely for something that they haven't done, or any action that is it's worthy of being detested, it's worthy of being denounced. Somebody is playing with someone's reputation. Someone has done something really embarrassing that should not be it should not be talked about, it should not be made public. Someone committed a major sin. These are all forms of batil, and these are things that we have been instructed not to propagate, but rather to remove from our discussions. And that's where the strategy of Umar radiallahu anhu comes in. He says, Amitul batila bi tarki dhikrihi. If you want to remove falsehood, any falsehood from the world, then the best way to do that is to stop talking about it. For anything to thrive in this world, and in today's world, we can really understand this at a at a very high level. Everything thrives based on follows, likes, and shares. And through this strategy, people could be doing the most ridiculous things, but it goes, as we say, it has gone viral. Viral simply means that so many people have viewed it that it's mind-boggling, that it's become so popular in such a short amount of time, compared, of course, to a virus that spreads so quickly. Not the greatest comparison given our circumstance, but that's the term that has been coined for this, that it has gone viral. So it could be the silliest thing. It could be something very dangerous. It could be, someone is trying to pull off a stunt which could cause serious harm to them or to other people. It could be a prank that's being played at the expense of someone else's reputation. It could be any of those things, or it could be slander. It could be a rumor about someone. It could be something scandalous. It could be something that is designed to defame a certain group or a person. It could be false beliefs. It could be someone committing a sin and then advertising it. Someone dressing shamelessly and then advertising it, as an example. So these are all forms of batil. Umar radiallahu anhu said that if you want to get rid of these things, the first step is to stop talking about them. Because, as we know, the more you talk about it, well, that feeds it. So and the funny thing is that human curiosity is also, it plays a role in this, that just because someone mentioned it, it builds up a curiosity that, oh, I wonder. Even if you might not necessarily like it, but your curiosity gets the better of you. And you know what? The moment you go and view it, you have given strength to that thing. You have supported it. And if you share it, now you've spread it. It could be something. Now, there are several discussions that we can have about it. If this is something that is affecting someone's reputation, then we are playing a part in defaming someone, and that's something that we have absolutely no right to do. If this is something that is false, like some people, they spread, it could be a piece of news, it could be a piece of advice, but it's actually baseless or harmful. Without verifying it, they just share it. So this could actually have an impact on someone's life. If the thing is false, then we have given it strength. We've given that falsehood strength. So in the world of online discussions and portals, in the world of likes and shares and follows, and just in the social, in our normal social settings when we're sitting with our friends and having a chat, whether that chat is virtual or it's live, we want to be those people that contribute to the removal of falsehood. We want to be from the people that contribute to eradicating wrong from the world. And one of the simplest ways to do that is not to talk about it. Guess what I heard? You won't believe what happened the other day. Oh, guess what's being passed through the grapevine? Rumors, gossip, he said, she said. A believer is much stronger than this. And they will never reduce themselves, bring themselves down to a level where they are contributing to something inappropriate being spread or shared. It is only when we start talking about it that it becomes popular. That's how it spreads. So many crimes are committed simply because someone read that someone else had done it and they succeeded in it, or they did it for so many years. So someone else got intrigued and decided to do the same foolish thing. So spreading news about bad things, and today we have this really weird term for it. We say we're increasing awareness about it. Unfortunately, increasing awareness means making it popular. We should be increasing awareness of good practices, of good things, and giving people motivation to do good things so that they can be distracted from the bad things. But this term, increasing awareness, there's a campaign against someone. We want to increase awareness against this person. You know what? You're making them more popular. You've just made them, they could be one of the most terrible and wicked people, but you have just done the worst thing you could have possibly done for them, and that is you've made them popular. Someone commits a crime, everyone starts talking about them. The person becomes famous, and many people do these kinds of ridiculous things just to become famous. So people are doing outrageous things. People are committing crimes. People are committing atrocities, hoping that someone's going to notice, hoping that someone is going to post it, and that it's going to go viral, and it's going to increase their reputation. A lot of people don't care how their reputation is built, as long as they're popular, as long as people in the world are talking about them. So we need to be very careful. One of the ways that I explain this is that our tongues should not be, and tongues is a figurative sense. It could be our fingers that are swiping and tapping or typing. It's all communication. Our tongues should not become vehicles for spreading something that is of no benefit, or spreading something that has harm, or spreading something that is false, or spreading something that is displeasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah forbid, if we shared something that has a shameless theme, for example, and other people caught on to it, and we became a source of popularizing it. The Prophet ﷺ has told us that a person who leads other people, أَدَّالُّ عَلَى الْخَيْرِ كَفَاعِلِهِ, a person who leads people towards good is like someone who is doing good. Every time someone does it, you get a reward. But similarly, if a person leads someone to something bad, opens up the path for them, shows them the path for it, then every time that person commits a sin, what happens? the person who led them to it or indicated it or guided them to it somehow or another gets a share in that sin. And that's usually enough of a warning for us. We need to be careful what it is. It's not just talk, it's not just conversation. We are actually spreading something in the world. We're actually contributing to the growth of something in the world. I need to decide, am I going to plant seeds for good to come into the world, or am I going to plant seeds for evil to come into the world? So Umar radiallahu anhu says, Inna lillahi ibadan yumitun al-batila bihajri. There are some chosen slaves of Allah, some special slaves of Allah that eradicate batil by ignoring it and leaving it altogether. They have nothing to do with it, and they will speak in such a way that no one could possibly tie them to it. So they do not become a source of promoting wrong. وَيُحْيُونَ الْحَقَّ بِذِكْرِ. And they bring haqq into the world, they bring truth, they bring good things into the world by talking about them. And they talk about them, talk about good so much, that good starts thriving in society and starts prospering and it becomes popular. So those are the kinds of people that we want to be. This is part of the profile of what a Muslim is like. So next time we're having a conversation, even just amongst friends, what is it that we talk about? And what is it that we are giving life to? What is it that we are supporting through our discussions and our conversations? That is something to really reflect on. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us a source of khair and good spreading in the world, and evil and shar being eradicated from the world. Wa sallallahu wa sallam wa baraka ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.